Good morning, friends. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic with you regarding master plan. Another name of master plan will be development plan also. So question rises, what is master plan? A master plan or a development plan of a town may be defined as a plan for the future layout of a city showing both existing and proposed all essentials like streets, roads, open spaces, public buildings, and many more. A developmental plan or a master plan is like a blueprint which depicts various proposals that are intended to improve the existing conditions and to control the future growth of town in a very coordinated manner. Now the question rises, what is the main objective of master plan? It aims at intelligent and economic spending of the public funds for achieving welfare of the inhabitants in respect of amenities, convenience and health. It arranges the pattern of town in such a way so as to satisfy present requirements without introduction of future improvements by coming generations. It helps in restricting the haphazard and unplanned growth. It places the various functions of the town like physical relationship and other mutual conflicts. It serves as a guide to the planning body for making any recommendations for public improvements. As you agree with me that every city needs a very good planning for the present infrastructure as well as for the future infrastructure. Now the question rises, what is the necessity of this master plan, or you can call it as development plan? There are various reasons which makes our development plan necessitated. The basic aim is it controls the development of various industries in a systematic manner. As you can see, the planning of our Jammu city, so our industrial areas are really nominated at Badi Brahmana and Gangyal. To control the development of various industries in a systematic manner. There should not be a mushrooming of industries, it leads to chaos. To discourage the growth of town in an unplanned and unscientific way. If we don't have this blueprint, then I am sure that city will grow in a very different manner. To give a prospective picture of a fully development plan, we can have a very good layout plan which depicts the roads, the housing areas, the recreational areas, the educational areas, the health institutions and many more when we will have this type of blueprints. To limit to a certain extent the unprecedented flow of rural population. As you know, nowadays rural people are moving to cities in search of jobs, and ultimately they are not earning that much of amount that they can spend for their transportation, so they start settling in cities and makes our city very shabby. That's why that is the reason for cause of slum. So we have to keep these things limited. How? When we will have a proper development plan. To offset the evils which have come up due to the overcrowding of population, such as shortage of houses. Naturally, when the population exceeds too much in cities, there will be a overcrowding of places, there is a shortage of water supply, there are frequent power cuts because consumption of power will be many more high, traffic congestions for many hours, inadequate open spaces and insufficient public amenities, the life of city gets disturbed. Now for the making of this development plan, what type of data we are supposed to collect? So first we will collect general data which require the preparation of master plan, like meteorological data. This is very essential data because it gives the direction of wind, intensity of wind, temperature and rainfall. Another, we will collect geological data, what is the type of soil, then only we are able to fix the type of foundations, heights of the buildings, type of structure, all depends upon the type of soil. Then mineral resources, place of historical, cultural and scientific importance, population present and future growth, the birth rate and death rate, then economic conditions, what are the trends of the population, whether they are agriculture based or non-agriculture based, trade and communication, so what language they speak, what culture they belongs to, then water supply and drainage system. This is very important point because we have to ensure the health and hygiene to the public. Expansion, development of environments, political position of place with regard to its neighboring area. This is in a general data. Another which data we are going to collect is, I have already discussed. Then we are going to prepare many drawings which gives the layout of a development plan, like we are going to make so many maps, we are going to make boundaries of the land of different types, such as we are converting our city or a town in different zones like residential zones, commercial zone, recreational zone, industrial zone, etc. Then we are going to have boundaries for residential areas, agricultural areas, industrial areas. We are supposed to separate each zone from other zone. Then we are having boundaries of green belt surrounding the town, which depicts the municipal limit or corporation limit of the city. Then contours of the whole city, then different zones, landscaping features, location of public buildings in town centers, open spaces including parks and playgrounds. Then we are going to depict positions of natural water courses, because this is a very essential component, because we have to ensure pipe networks of water. Position of public utility services such as water supply stations, sewage disposal plants, then road systems. In addition to the drawings, perspective views like panoramas, models should be accompanied by the project drawings when found necessary. These are the drawings which we are supposed to prepare under development plan. Then we will have, when we will prepare this master plan, we will come across various stages in the preparation. So first stage is the replanning of an existing town. But the replanning of an existing town is more complex than planning and designing for a new town on a virgin land, such as capital towns like New Delhi, Chandigarh, military cantonment areas, etc. After taking the government sanctions to prepare the scheme, network is to collect the data and relevant information with the help of civic survey. From the data of civic survey, he or she is in position to make a correct diagnosis of the various ills of the town and suggests remedies of their cure. Remedies of their cure. So I will show you the flow chart. In case of master planning process, first we have to collect data, then we will go to some agencies or we will have a public scoping. Then we will move to resource analysis. After resource analysis, we will move to development of land classifications, because we are having agricultural land, non-agricultural land, marshy land. So we settle according to the type of land under this objective. Then we will go to again agency and public review. Then we will finalize master plan based on the comments received from all corners. Then adoption of master plan revision. Then another stage of preparation of master plan, we will collect data from the planning schemes. The town is divided into old town and new town. In former case, the work is tedious because the old towns usually consists of narrow streets, congestions, insanitation and unhealthy conditions. But in the later case, the town planners work in more easy as he gets virgin land for the application of model town, because existing things can be improved, but we need heavy funds. But whereas if we get a chunk of land, easily we can plan and we can develop in a very systematic way. What are the features of master plan? The development plan or master plan serves as an outline for the future growth of town, and as such its preparation demand needs high skill, training, imagination and experience on the part of person who frame it. He has to keep in mind three fundamental requirements, namely amenity, convenience and health. These are the key factors of every good town. The most important feature which receives the top priorities in the preparation of master plan are given below, like population, very important. The prospective population to be prepared for the next 30 to 50 years should be calculated on the basis of present population. We are having many methods for the calculation of population and its rate of growth during the last 3 to 4 decades. 30-40 years data we should have, that at what trend the population goes. Again is density, very important. The next task is to find out the density of population as per the required standards, vary from town to town, suburbs, types of buildings, flats, and average overall density of 80 to 100 persons per hectare can be allowed. Then requirement of land for future also, we have to utilize present, we are going to keep reserved for future also because we have to expand. The next task is to work out the total land requirement for the anticipated population. That's what I have already talked. If the population is surplus, then has to decant and provide for all it in new layouts. Then how we can distribute the land? The total land will have to be distributed for the different uses such as residential, commercial, industrial, public and semi-public, open spaces. We need parks also for recreation, then communication, other special uses. These were the features of the master plan. Here you can see master plan, how thickly populated this area is. This globe shows that agriculture land kept reserved 57%, residential is 28%, then vacant is 830, then we are having other allied industries 0.68 because we don't have industrialization more, then recreation 0.35 and commercial 0.13. These type of percentage we have to kept. Another, now we will talk about very important feature, that is residential use, because everybody want good housing in every town. The total population will have to be distributed in various zones based on neighborhood planning, fixing the density which may vary from 40 to 50 persons of 100, maximum of 100 to 200 persons per acre or even more. Usually the density varies from town centers, suburbs to the outer fringe areas of the town, depends upon the type of town. These were the common factors for making the master plan of any city or a town. Thank you friends. Next video we will discuss some other topic. Till then, goodbye.